Just a friendly warning, this intro contains many spoilers for Night of the Seven Kingdoms, both the book and the upcoming HBO series. So if you don't want to get spoiled, skip to this time code. Thank you and enjoy! Oh, Dunk, you fool. How did I end up in this situation? If Sir Arlan was here, he'd call me Dunk the Lunk, thick as a castle wall. But my knight and mentor is dead, buried on that hill, facing the sunset. What was I to do? Sir Arlan did mean for me to become a knight, I knew it. So off to Ashford Meadow I went, a poor boy from Flea Bottom, pretending to be a hedge knight, with a few coins belonging to a dead man in my pocket. I met that little boy at the inn, too clever by half. I should have given him a clout in the ear, but instead I made him my squire. Egg in his straw hat gets on my nerves sometimes, but I've grown to love him just the same. The tourney of Ashford Meadow. What a strange affair that was. I only got in because Prince Baelor vouched for me. Son to King Daeron, he is a proper, noble Targaryen prince. I had my shield repainted by a pretty Dornish lass that I was quite taken with. Tanselle Too Tall was her name, but she was not too tall for me. A shooting star over an elm tree, that's my sigil. Then that monster, Prince Aerion, broke Tanselle's finger, and I struck him to the ground. I struck a prince of the realm, a grandson to the king, through his father Maekar. Somehow though, despite my crimes against Prince Aerion, I live to see another day. It turns out that Egg, little Egg, is Aerion's brother, a prince of the realm as well. Perhaps because of him I was allowed a trial by 7. We were to face Aerion and his 6 champions. The cruel prince was joined by his father Maekar, 3 members of the King's Guard, his brother Daeron, and the opportunistic Sir Stefan Fossoway. Sir Stefan's cousin and squire, my new friend Raymun Fossoway, was outraged when his knight joined cruel Prince Aerion's team after promises of a title, and he thus chose to join mine own. Egg and Raymun somehow managed to scrounge up 4 other champions for me, and 4 good ones at that. The 2 stars of the tourney, Sir Humphrey Harding and Sir Humphrey Beesbury, had broken 12 lances together in the best fight of the day, and now joined me, along with grizzled old Sir Robin Riesling. Egg somehow managed to convince Lyonel Baratheon himself, the Laughing Storm and Lord of Storm's End, to join our team. That just left 1 vacancy, and for a while it seemed like we would not be able to fill it. But then Prince Baelor Targaryen stepped in, the truest of knights and champion of the innocent. The Humphreys, Raymun, Robin Riesling, the Laughing Storm, Prince Baelor and I were facing Aerion, his brother Daeron, his father Maekar, Stefan Fossoway, and 3 Kingsguard members. Daeron, Maekar's eldest, whose lies had landed me in this trial, had apologized and promised to stay down after the first tilt, which, to his credit, he duly did. I do not remember much of the fighting after that. I do remember grappling and pummeling Aerion, forcing him to yield. I also remember both Humphreys, the champions of the tourney, lying dead in the field. I remember Baelor standing over me, only to fall down, his head caved in by what I would come to learn was his brother Maekar's mace. Maekar, that proud and powerful prince, felt remorse for causing his brother's death. But despite everything, he offered me a place by his side at Summer Hall, with his son Egg as my squire. But I did not wish for Egg to grow up a pampered, arrogant prince like his brothers Aerion and Daeron. Instead, he was to accompany me on my travels, living humbly and honestly. We will travel the 7 kingdoms together, Dunk and Egg, and we shall start in Dorne. Perhaps we will meet a nice Dornish lass, tall, but not too tall for me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another solo series. Yes, it's been a while since I did one of these. I think the last one was the Dragon Hunt, which must have been like 6 months ago. Yeah, welcome back, because, well, I couldn't let this go, could I? Because the beautiful, amazing devs of the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 3 have already updated the game for Road to Power. And I couldn't leave that alone, could I? Because they have also added a new start date, which is the Shadows of Ashford. Shadows gather in the aftermath of the tournament of Ashford Meadow. Baelor Targaryen, Prince of Dragonstone, Hand of the King and Protector of the Realm, lies dead. Tragically slain by his younger brother Maekar in defense of a lowly hedge knight. Yes, and that lowly hedge knight is what we are going to play because, well, the mechanics of Road to Power, which obviously allows you to play unlanded, lend themselves really, really well for a Dunk the Tall playthrough. Dunk the Lunk, thick as a castle wall. If you haven't read those books, in case you don't know, George R. R. Martin didn't only write Song of Ice and Fire. He also wrote, I think the name of the series is Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and it's 3 very short novellas, which are really densely packed and full of very memorable characters. And those books, I feel, are, well, they're much more lighthearted. They're sort of knightly adventure stories, more than sort of super epic, like dark fantasy of the main series, but they are really, really well written, and you guys should give them a read. Although, if you have watched the intro, I've pretty much spoiled the first one for you. And, well, of course, they're going to do... HBO is going to make another series as well with these books, and I think they lend themselves well to sort of more lighthearted adventure serials. So I hope that HBO doesn't stretch it out to like 1 million episodes. It should be like a mini series or something, but we'll see. I'm actually, well, I think it's the one sort of future HBO Game of Thrones project that I'm actually excited for is Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. But well, regardless of what HBO is going to do with the story, we are going to create our own story because we will play Sir Duncan the Tall. Here he is, an orphan from Flea Bottom with neither name nor prestige. Sir Duncan defied odds and thrust himself into the history of the realm by defeating Prince Aegon Targaryen in a trial of the Seven. Yes, we saw that in the intro. I tried to summarize the book with as clearly as possible. Yes, we did defeat Aerion Targaryen after he broke the fingers of our sort of crush Tanselle Tutal. Having proved his worth as a knight and warrior, Dunk now ventures across the realm as a hedge knight with a new squire of royal birth by his side, Aegon Targaryen. Aegon V, the Unlikely, who, spoilers, will eventually die at Summerhall. So those are the events at just before the birth of Rhaegar Targaryen, where a lot of Targaryens die in a very mysterious fire. There's lots of theories about that. But yeah, that's Aegon the Unlikely. So that gives you an idea of where we are in the timeline. We're at 209 AC, about 90-ish years before the event of the show. And, well, there's some theories that Dunk the Lunk, who is sort of a big, muscly jock guy, he's not very intelligent, but he is very noble. He has sort of this very naive but simple sort of sense of honor. And sort of the theme of the book is what makes a true knight, because it's very doubtful whether Dunk is actually a knight, but he does behave as a knight should. So it's very much like, what is knighthood? Like, is it your name or is it your deeds, basically? And yeah, so we are 17 years old. We're a very muscled boy, and we will take Egg throughout the land and see what we can find. So let's start. Now, I haven't played much solo CK3, so I might be bad at this. Alright, the roads we walk. The path ahead stretches on, a lonely winding thread, twining towards the distant horizon. My camp is quiet. Just a few scattered tents and pack animals yawning in the breeze. Strangers and hangers-on rise with the day, preparing for their morning chores with the doctors. Yeah, so just before we get started, this is going to be very roleplay heavy, because we are definitely going to be following Dunk's travels personally. So yeah, be prepared for that. I'm pretty sure that that's what most of you guys are on this channel for anyway. So I think you'll be fine. But it's a little bit different from the multiplayer stuff. Yeah, so strangers and hangers-on rise with the day, preparing for their morning chores with reluctance. Most are the miscellaneous chaff that flit in and out of a group on the road with each new settlement. Few faces catch my eyes, as ones I recognize, at least in more than passing. So we will, at least I count some good scrappers. We will definitely do a prowess-focused adventurer band, because I think it fits Dunk the Lunk way better. At least I count some good scrappers. Okay, who have we found? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our new boys. We have, of course, Aegon Targaryen, Egg himself. Let's read this event first. A dead prince, an exiled prince, and a grieving realm. This is all my dreams amounted to in Ashford. In my eagerness to be a great knight, I have cast a shadow over this tourney, one that I fear will stretch over the entire realm. Before this tourney I was a simple knight of the hedges, but now my name is known to the House of the Dragon, to lords low and high. If only I could ask Sir Arlan what to do. Sir Arlan is long gone, though. It is I that remains. It is I that emerged victorious from the Trial of Seven, and it is I Prince Maekar has seen value in as a knight. Though I have rejected his offer of service at Summerhall, I must still teach his son Aegon as Sir Arlan once taught me. Our journey begins now, but first we must step out from the shadows of Ashford and put this business behind us. To Dorne to see the King of Aegon, we will start to travel to Sunspear, or I will decide my own way. Now we can go to Dorne. I think that's pretty much canon, right? There's Prince Maekar. Let's pin Prince Maekar actually. I think he's an interesting character. And we will also pin Prince Daeron. We will pin Aerion Brightflame. This is the bastard that we won the trial trial of combat with. Aemon Targaryen. This is the Aemon Targaryen, I think. Is he already a maester? Yeah, novice maester. Yeah, so this is Aemon Targaryen from the show. So he's only 11 years old now. But yeah, he will obviously live for another 80-ish years. So let's pin him as well. I'm curious to see where he goes. King Daeron the Good. Let's pin him. He is of course the king. We should also pin the Blackfire. Where are they? Claimants. Prince Maekar, vastly superior. Lord Daemon the Younger. Here he is, Daemon Blackfire. Let's pin him. This is the bastard son. Oh, this is Daemon. This is the second Daemon. This is not the Daemon. This is the Daemon, who obviously won the first Blackfire Rebellion, but we have a younger Daemon here still around, and well, we should keep an eye on him because he might invade with the Blackfires again. Yeah. So who else? Aegor Bittersteel. Yep, of course. We will pin him as well. We should pin Bloodraven as well. Is he already here? Brynden Bloodraven of the Iron Throne, only 33 years old. This is the Three-Eyed Crow. He's also already alive. But obviously you guys know that. Because Bloodraven is probably one of the most anime characters in the entire series. Master of Whisperers. He's still the Master of Whisperers at this point. He's not at the wall yet. He's the Master of Whisperers for Daeron the Good. We should keep an eye on him as well. And of course Egg is very important. So we will pin him as well. Influence Ward's personality. Well, yeah, let's go to Dorne at least. Here we are. All right. We want to travel to Dorne, right? So ideally I want... So we're choosing a camp purpose here. Ideally I want to become swords for hire. Because we want to do a lot of fighting. But right now we are explorers. That is fine in a sense, but it also means that we get less martial contracts. And martial is pretty much the only thing that Dunk is good at. He's got great prowess, but he's otherwise compassionate, humble, just, brave, Herculean, strong, skilled fighter and knight. Yeah. I think Tanselle Tuto is not in the game actually, which is a shame. But we were on our way to Dorne. Let's do that. Let's head over to Sunspear. Let's travel to Sunspear. Oh, actually we should probably appoint a caravan master and all that kind of thing. Who's the best caravan master? We have Renly Longshanks. Let's have a look at this man. This is a man who joined our camp. Let's pin him because these are like the first two guys, right, that joined our camp. So this is Renly Longshanks. Inquisitive, authoritative, fickle, incompetent commander, logistician, that's useful. Supply duration plus 100%, that's great actually. Athletic, alright. Trained fighter. Wait, athletic gives you 20% development growth? My god, okay. It's got 19 prowess, which is decent. So Renly Longshanks, I think... So this is like inquisitive, authoritative, fickle. So this is kind of a man that asks a lot of questions, that is a good leader, but is also changes his mind quite often. So I think these guys, like Duncan and Renly, would probably like each other. And then we have Elias the Evil. That sounds much less like Duncan. He's sadistic, calm, and impatient. Okay, so this guy is just an asshole pretty much. All right, but he has some decent prowess and some decent other skills as well. So let's pin him as well. We already did. All right. This guy is sadistic, calm, and impatient. So he's calm and impatient, which is weird, but okay. This man wants to sort of push the crew forward, and also has sort of a cruel streak that Dunk doesn't have at all. So we will appoint Renly as our caravan master, and we also have to appoint a second, and I guess we will appoint Elias as our second, because we can't appoint Renly. Let's do that. Alright, Maester. Search for a Maester, let's do that. We need a Maester. Lifestyle chosen, obviously Marshal. And I think we will do the prowess path, which is which side? I guess it's Belai, stalwart leader. I think it's the gallant path, so we will do that. So Valor, advantage plus 10, martial experience 30. Okay, great. Yep. Let's pick the martial focus. What else can we do? Choose a patron aspect. Well, obviously we're gonna go with the warrior. Oh yeah. So in case you guys didn't read the book, yeah, I said it already, but Dunk is like a jock, very strong. Very attractive as well, although he doesn't really know it. He's kind of an idiot. But all the women in the books like throw themselves at him, and he's like super naive about it. And he is he's very nice guy, very humble. Yeah, he's very much concerned with being a noble knight of old, pretty much. All right, and we have no player heir, but that will be fine. But let's travel to Sunspear first. Lordship of Sunspear. All right. How will we travel? Let's pick a nice route. Let's scout for talent on the way. That gives us a chance to gather sort of nice people along the way, and let's also get some forward scouts going, because that doesn't cost us anything other than travel speed, and it improves safety. And let's visit as many of these sort of sites along the way. So let's customize our route. Let's say we go from Ashford to Nightsong. Skyreach. Let's visit, yeah, Ironwood, God's Grace, Planky Town as well. And we will visit the Shadow City, the Water Gardens, and then we will head off to Sunspear and see if we can find some nice jobs there. So starts moving our camp. Okay, so we have Renly, Longshanks, we have Egg, and we have, what's the name of the third guy? Let's have a look. I want to keep track of these guys. Elias the Evil, right. Renly, lead the way. You are a caravan master. Lead the way towards Dorne. Let's see what we find along the way. What kind of adventures we find along the way. Here we go. Oh, travels to come. Journeying through Green Key, I pass by a peculiar-looking tent, splayed open with its yet more peculiar-looking occupant inside. Come in, O mighty leader. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? Tell me the future, a wise one. Can gain good omen or bad omen? Yeah, sure, why not? $5. Bad omen. Okay, great. Fantastic. Plus 50% stress gain. Amazing. We got a bad omen, so that's a bad start for the travels of Dunk and Egg. Supposedly, Maester Hake happened to be in the area when he heard of my call for a new maester. Let's hope he will be loyal and wise. He's a drowned god. He's an Ironborn. He's a trained fighter as well. He's got decent prowess. Astute intellectual. Gregarious, inquisitive, callous. Yeah. Welcome, Hake. You're actually pretty great. Egg, how you doing? We should influence your personality. I want you to be brave, Egg. Be brave. Very low chance of success, but we might do it. Visit the Singing Towers. Nightsong has been one of the martial lords which have ended numberless Dornish raiders. Okay. That's my boy. Did he become brave? I shall not fail. Gains his rate brave. Okay, great. Brave, compassionate, stubborn, and diligent. Great job, Egg. We will train you. The Soaring Towers. No enemy has been able to sneak past this formidable castle, so we are moving into Dorne. We're passing some very strong Marcher Lord castles, and now we're heading into the desert. We will travel to Dorne, and we will see if we can find some assignments over in Sunspear. Hopefully some good martial ones, some prowess-based ones, because we have some very decent fighters in our midst. Even our Maester has decent prowess, although nobody can beat Dunk the Lunk. He's got 39 prowess. He must be one of the best ones in the world. Right, let's have a look. Who has the highest prowess? Leo Longthorn. Lyonel the Laughing Storm has more prowess than us. He's got 50 prowess. We are down here though. We are like the top 10 fighters. We're it's only a few people ahead of us. Most of them are on the King's Guard. The Dunk the Lunk will beat you yet. We will become the best knight in the world. Danger, sticks in the wheel. Ditch, I hear Renly shout out in panic. Soon thereafter I hear a loud cracking sound, like that of wood breaking, or of my patience finally snapping. I step out on the dirt to see the splintered remains of a wagon wheel. My wagon wheel! I'm sorry, my liege, it was my turn as lookout and I fell asleep at the reins. Sigh loudly while heaving the wagon off the ground. Yeah, because we're mega strong, probably. Curses, we're gonna be late. No, sigh loudly. And then he heaves the entire wagon off the ground. That to be the closest thing to a city the Dornish have. It's a trading town at the head of the Greenblood, alright? We made it to Sunspear. We visited the threefold gate. The three walls of Sunspear create a maze of alleys and streets that only serve to confuse an attacking force. The three walls only have one set of gates that line up directly. A threefold gate, which serves as something something. And we visited the Shadow City as well, which doesn't have flavored text apparently. We gained the Traveler trait. Very good. Visited the Water Gardens. The jewel in the desert that is Dorne. So that's a good place to visit. And we visited Sunspear. And the Principality of Dorne. Alright. That's all fine. Let's see if we can find some work. There's a rescue a fair subject. Alright. That's, I think, a very nice dunk thing to do. But let's visit Sunspear first. Visit Castle Holding. Let's do that. This ought to be interesting. Let's have a look at Sunspear Castle. Training ground is just outside the gates, and a handful of garrison guards are dawdling around the entrance, either half asleep or polishing their weapons. Visit the training grounds, or should look for some able bodies in the garrison. I don't think we have money to recruit people. No, these guys are all way too expensive. So, sorry guys, we can't afford you right now. Local training grounds. You should come join our camp Plenty of Freedom. We need a proving ground to do that, and we don't have it. So we need more money for that. Let's head back. We should mingle with the locals at the tavern. Oh my, who is that? Walk up to the minx by the counter. Claire, she's 35. It's quite old. If you want to have kids. I am intently observing the minx sitting herself down by a nearby table. The tavern owner called her Claire, didn't he? She looks puzzled as I approach her. Possibly because my internal turmoil is clear as day on my face. Why would this bother me? I am leader Duncan, damn it. I keep reminding myself of my recent accomplishments in order to remain calm. I'm mostly failing. I'm about to buy you another mug of meat. Do you have a name, or can I call you mine? 39% of her being charmed. Why don't we take this somewhere comfier? We're not a seducer. 39%, that's decent. Let's try. You failed to entice Claire. Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Alright. Let's see who's up for recruitment. These guys are too expensive, probably. Yeah. Sorry, we don't have the time for this. That was a great story, friend. Okay, we will. Let's do some work. Let's do some work. Let's see supplies. Do we need some supplies? Dunk Choir might have something useful for us. Let's try. Justiciar contracts, criminal contracts, hireling contracts, martial duties. Sure. Supplies are this way. I don't have gold for provisions, which is a shame. And I'm not going to steal any provisions. That's not necessary. Alright, I'm done here. Back to camp it is. Let's head over to this contract. Oh, there's another contract here. Hired muscle. A martial scheme. Is it martial or prowess? Probably prowess, right? Swords for hire for short posting. Handsome reward offered for swift, clean work. Yeah, let's travel there. Come on, boys. We have some work to do. I don't think it's a very lucrative one. But we'll see. We're over in Planky Town. Hired muscle. Alright, my needs are simple, explains Durlin. There are certain thorns in the rows of Planky Town, and I would have you remove these prickly characters. I can't be seen to remove them directly, so you're going to deal with them for me. I draw a thumb across my neck quizzically. No, clarifies my employer. No serious bloodshed, just keep them silent without killing them till they understand what it means to disrespect the master. Let's get on with our slot. Our task, remember we're here to earn. Higher success chance. Sooner we're done, sooner we're back on the road. No, we're here to earn. We're here to earn. We're very honest folk, right? Let's fill some agent slots. Randy Longshanks. You can be one of my muscles. Let's see. Outcast, 16, 12. I think they're all just best as muscle, right? Footpad. Well, let's have Elias be one of the muscles. Bodyguard. 19. Yeah. Order to task. Okay, people. We will try to execute this scheme in a way that is useful for our employer and make some money finally. This is like the one thing I don't really like about Roads of Power so far. Is there's a lot of waiting like this for the scheme to advance, and then before you can execute it. So you're here for a few months, which I guess makes sense. I mean, we're working on a job, but there are some jobs that are just instantaneous, and some that require you to wait for ages. This one requires me to wait for like a year, apparently, which is a shame because we don't have a. Oh, Renly gained a cat. Yeah, we have a cat in the camp. Very nice. Pet cat. Renly's got a cat. Would Renly like cats? He's inquisitive, I guess. And fickle. Cats are inquisitive and fickle, usually. Spring sickness, oh my god. Egg has spring sickness. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me, yeah? Right? He's not dying, is he? Please don't die on me, Egg. Please don't die on me. And he died. Maybe we should turn off the diseases, right? Because that's dumb. You will never be forgotten, old friend. Okay. Yeah, no. I'm going to turn off the spring sickness one. That's some kind of plot twist. My god, man. I'm just going to restart. And I will see you guys when we get back to Sunspear. Because I don't want to have this stick. I don't want to have the big spring sickness just kill Egg. Like, come on. I'll be back. Alright, we're back in Sunspear. The spring sickness has died down. Not too much has changed, although we didn't manage to convince Aegon to be brave, so he's not quite brave yet. And of course we have some new camp followers. So we have, let me just pin these guys. We have Loras, Jonal the Brave, Mern Stewart, and Maester Joffrey. Now Mern Stewart was a wise man that we picked up along the way. He's got 21 learning, 0 prowess, but his learning will come in handy. He's inquisitive, greedy, and trusting. This man is after money and knowledge. We have Joffrey, our maester, temperate, deceitful, and shy. Herbalist and a physician, which is very nice. He can heal us if we get into scraps. He's also a septon, apparently. And a disgraced maester. We have a septon with us, a disgraced maester. We have Jonal the Brave, our caravan master. Treacherous opportunist. He doesn't really fit our character quite as well as our previous guy. He's arbitrary, ambitious, and brave. So ambitious and brave is something that Duncan can respect. Arbitrary, not so much. But he does have 25 prowess. So it's really, really helpful to have him around. Of course, we still have Egg. And we have Loras, who is lustful, lazy, and arbitrary. So this guy, covetous blackguard. I mean, I guess we picked him because we had no choice. We needed men in our camp. Otherwise, we could not complete any tasks. So yeah, so we have a lustful, lazy, arbitrary man here, and we have Jonal the Brave, our caravan master, and sort of our second. I think he's our second at least, who is a very good fighter and ambitious and brave like us, but also arbitrary. So he's not very like he is probably trying to convince us to take our criminal contracts, which of course we won't do because we are Dunk. And we have Aegon still. Of course, we're still here, and he hasn't died of the spring sickness. All right, a martial scheme over here in the Shadow City. All right, that sounds fine. We're just going to travel to the outskirts of Sunspear, to the Shadow City, and do this nice martial contract. Needs are simple. I have to remove some prickly characters, and I shouldn't kill them. This is very similar to the one that we had earlier, so we don't need to check that again. 37 contribution, my god, man. Yes, please join me. 19 for Loras. 22 for Joffrey as a footpad. Yes, please. 19 for Loras. And then we have one more guy. Mern Stewart, this is our maester. He's not very helpful. So I guess let's leave him out. We don't need him. We're doing very, very well in this scheme. I hope it pays decently, because we need to upgrade our camp. And also travel on at some point. So we are losing provisions quite rapidly. Alright, 86% execute scheme. Seize the moment. Success! Alright, we got 63 gold, 250 provisions. Very nice. Wonderful job, Duncan. The garden of the Shadow City is beautifully, blissfully silent, and I can rest a little easier at night. We have a long path ahead of us. We have successfully completed this martial scheme. Put it back at speed 2. And let's also visit the holding here as well. This ought to be interesting. You should mingle with the locals at the tavern. Let's see who is up for recruitment. I guess we could have one of these guys join us. Like Gawain, he's got 20 prowess, which is very useful. And these other guys are pretty bad. So this guy is a pretty decent recruit, but we can't really afford him. I think we will just gather some provisions via the decision menu. Gather provisions. Not nettle soup again. I will find us some things to eat. Oh, here, 90% chance of 550 provisions. Yes, please. Great. Okay, we have some more provisions. Very nice. There is a hired muscle contract here. We will go there. This is just in Planky Town, right? So I think we can just travel with our camp there. Moving your camp. Yep, let's do that. 230 provisions, really? Damn, that's a lot. That is a lot. Okay. Well, so it's going to be a long road back from Dorne, I suppose. But at least we have a new contract here. Let's travel to accept. And let's get on with our task. Hire some people. John the Brave. Loras. Joffrey. And let's get going. Let's head back. Let's visit the Fine Craftsman. My armor needs an upgrade. I'm in the market for accessories. My armor does need an upgrade because we still have the armor that we stole from our late knight, of course, Arlan of Pennytree. But we probably don't have money for this. Oh, hey, we might actually. 34. Tall male. That's 3 prowess. Well, what are we carrying right now? Let's have a look. Oh, nothing. Okay. Yeah, no. Let's definitely buy some tall mail. What is it with the chain? While the chain links do not offer room for decoration, the fine work on the riveting sets this piece apart from the common mail. This set includes a Roynish helmet and Evan tail. Alright, yes. 34 gold, that's worth it for 3 prowess. If you ask me. Let's put that thing on. Put it on. There we go. Weapons are most useful right now. Now let's keep it at that for now. Because we do need to make money to upgrade our camp as well, so we shouldn't spend too much on trinkets. There we go, 86%. Execute scheme. Seize a moment. Failure! Oh my god. Okay, well, that's a shame. We failed this contract. Is there any other contract here? Let's ask around. Next town crier might have something for us. On second thought, okay, no, there's no martial contracts here. That's annoying. We were at like 90% and we failed. That's a shame. Okay, well, what are you gonna do? Support a faction. Uncover secrets. Ideally, I want a martial contract. There's not really many here, so I guess we'll have to travel onwards. Maybe get out of Dorne. We travel to like Storm's End. Surely there's a martial contract, like in the Stormlands. Can we manage to travel to Storm's End? Probably we don't have the provisions for it, but I guess we could try. If I say customize route, travel by sea. Only 850 provisions to travel to Storm's End. That's worth it. Yeah, let's travel to Storm's End. Surely there's a martial contract for us there. Start moving your camp. Let's go, guys. We're going to travel from Planky Town to Storm's End to see if we can find some more work here. And we really shouldn't forget to try to get married. Although I guess we're only 18 years old, so it's not like a huge problem. Alright, travel. Rare trinkets. The seas around us here are thick with high Valyrian traders going about their usual craft, carrying rare and exotic goods from one port to another. One such merchant's ship holds an item within it that immediately takes my interest. The moment I lay eyes upon the bejeweled 7-pointed star, I know I could never find anything like it back in Duncan's band, and it simply must be mine. And mine it shall be. 20 gold for this thing. +1 learning per level of devotion. But yeah, to be honest, I cannot afford such reckless spending. We're pretty poor band. right now. Jonal, Joffrey, Mern, and who's the last guy? Loras. We're a pretty poor guy right now. So Jonal, what do you think? I think we should sway Jonal if we can. Sway, let's sway this man. We're just gonna have a chat with Jonal. Gonna make him our buddy. We're gonna chat with Jonal on this boat on the way to Storm's End. Derelict ship. The sea is calm and forgiving today, still as a boulder, and a powerful wind at our back to boot. It seems it'll be an easy day for the rowers below, but then I spot the mangled corpse of a ship, buried nose first into some jagged rocks just ahead. There doesn't appear to be any survivors, and the rocks would be no trivial thing to navigate. Yet I feel compelled to go and investigate this mysterious wreck. Yes, let's do it. A trinket! We found something. Cradle of the Crone. Health, small boost. Okay, that's actually neat. A splendid thing. We are in roaring health, like good health. And if we equip this thing, it will be even better, right? Yeah. Okay, we're in Storm's End. Visited Storm's End. Storm's End is the home to House Baratheon. It's one of the most formidable castles in the realm, rumored to be protected by spells woven into its walls. It has stood for centuries, formerly home to House Durandon. Many storms have blown through, and yet Storm's End stands strong. We really should try to switch the... Oh, we gained the Marshal perk. Very good. Let's have Stalwart Leader. Trade experience gain. Reduces the risk of commanding armies. Can use Make a Request to make count rank rulers or higher start a grand tournament. Okay, cool. We're a Stalwart Leader. We have huge prowess. We have 45 prowess. We're definitely one of the best fighters in the realm. But anyway, we need some jobs. Escort Emissary. Ideally, I want to switch our camp purpose to Swords for Hire, but we need more prestige for that, apparently. Yeah, we need money. We need contracts. We have nothing else that we can really do. Okay, so there's a bunch of travel contracts, which would be nice. Ideally, I'd want to travel there with the whole gang, but we'll probably don't have the provisions for it. Let's head to Lord Helion. 95 gold for an exceptional success. Fine. Oh, my camps will travel to Castle Black. Oh my god. Castle Black, we can't afford that with our provisions right now, so I guess we're gonna have to do it, just the two of us. Okay. Are we gonna go via the land? Dower Hall, Bronze Gate. I guess so. I guess we are. Let's customize our route. We go all the way. We're going to travel to King's Landing, visit Visenia's Hill, the Red Keep, Rhaenys' Hill, and Gold Guard Heights, whatever that is. Then we're going to travel down to Harrenhal, all the way up. Greywater Watch. I guess we could travel to Greywater Watch since we're here. Try to avoid the bog, right? Yeah, so there we go. All the way up to Castle Black. And then I think from there on, I will just take the boat back. It's probably quicker. On the way there, we go to Winterfell. On the way back, we go to Eastwatch. And then to the sea. We take to the seas. We travel all the way back to Storm's End via the sea. Okay, this is a long road. Estimated arrival about 3 months from now. All right, yeah, this is a difficult journey, but we're gonna do it. A knight errant. It is known that the people of Sheaf Brook seem to profess a special devotion towards their knights and their legends. My lord, the knight says, bowing his head, it is most fortunate that you and I came to meet at this crossroad, for I am in search of a marvelous fountain, which water is said to cure all illnesses. If you were to help me in my quest, I shall pay homage to you. Wait, my lord, I know this knight. It's Gladden. Make him join our court. I shall never leave a knight unattended. Lead the way. Or have him join our court. You follow the knight. The journey to Castle Black is delayed by 3 days. Stubborn, brilliant strategist, gallant. Ooh, he's gallant. And a brilliant strategist. Make him see reason and join our court. Yes, come on, Gladden. Join our court. This man is a very good addition to our court, I feel. He's really... Like, his character is pretty similar to ours. He's a gallant knight, cautious leader. Has participated in some martial games as well. Very nice. Along the great set of Baelor. The Red Keep. And Visenia's Hill. The Dragon Pit. Gate of the Gods. We're traveling all over King's Landing. And we're traveling all the way north and then back to Storm's End. This is a long road ahead. We visited Harrenhal, in at the crossroads, to Castle Black. We visited the Moving Castle, the famous castle of House Reed. Where the watch is famed for being the greatest of the Cranachman castles, and like all the others, is set to move through the bogs of the neck, making it all the harder to find an attack. We have another martial perk. Let's take that first. Courtship, romance phase length, elope phase length, romance chance success. I mean, we do. I think this is a good one. We need to start thinking about maybe finding a wife. Okay, the Holy Tree. I'm told that nature is venerated here in the Hill as the extension of the will of the gods. We watch as the locals adorn an old tree and find materials and jewelry, as if they were courting it. Many in my entourage are satisfied to watch from a distance, but I feel compelled to do something more. Fascinating. Have the tree burned, or should I join in the celebration? I'll join in the celebration. That feels like the Dunk thing to do. We're becoming a pretty seasoned traveler. We have Wanderer and Seasoned. What does that mean? Many dangers await those. We get some more prowess and some more travel safety. And Wanderer. Experience many people, places, and situations one may become worldly. Alright. We do like to travel. Here's Winterfell. Heart of the North and of House Stark. Winterfell is easily one of the greatest castles in all of Westeros and is famed for its hot springs and its glass gardens. Another bit of martial experience. Hospitality for a day. The journey has been long and tiresome and my feet ache so much that my ancestors must feel it. As I feel I'm about to collapse from exhaustion, I feel something heavy weigh on my neck. Before long I am adorned head to toe in traditional Northman garbs, the streets alive with jubilation. Every house head beacons to me to come inside and rest my weary laurels. It would only take a moment to regain my stamina, and I would be welcomed as a guest of honor. Northman hospitality is legendary. Can I really afford not to see it for myself? Pampered by locals for 21 days. Nah, we gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving. We have duty to perform. We have to take Emma to our to her destination. Alaric the Wolf Boy. As we travel through the wildlands of the Standing Stones, I find myself with the distinct feeling of being watched. Hiding, though poorly, I see a frail, dirty boy watching our entourage. A member of our caravan informs me that the locals say these lands are haunted by someone they call Alaric, who is said to have been raised far away from human society by a wolf. Apparently the poor creature has taken a fascination with us and has even started to speak some basic common, though not to any meaningful proficiency. I'll train the boy. He becomes my ward. We have some room for another ward. Yeah. Alaric, son of wolves. He's got 21 prowess. He's pretty bad at everything else, though. He's feral. And slow. But on the other hand, I mean, yeah, sure. I'll train the boy. I feel like it fits Dunk. Because Dunk is an idiot himself. And this boy is also an idiot. Sure, yeah. Come join our camp, Alaric. How is Egg doing? Let's have a look. He's 10 years old. Can we already teach him some more personality? No, not yet. Escort emissary. You have come at the acquaintance of at my acquaintance Lord Halion's behest. No, on what misses? Worthy Lord Commander Ormond. I speak for Lord Halion, but the message I bear is fit for your ears alone. Come, answers the Lord Commander darkly. We shall speak in my chambers. Leader Duncan, your service is noted. You may remain as a guest in my castle. Alright. Exceptional success. 95 gold. Neat. Hook gained. We gained an excellent at contract hook on Lord Halion of Bronzegate. Enables you to arrange a marriage between your camp and Lord Halion's court. Who is in your court? Do you have any eligible bachelorettes? Invite to camp. Player heirs, soulmate, best friend, or spouses to their camp. Okay, so we can try to seduce somebody. And if they become our soulmate, then we might be able to get them to join our camp. I think for now we will not make a request of this man. We will do that later. But that's good to keep in mind. Maybe there's somebody we can seduce somewhere. I mean, Tanselle Tuto is not in this mod, right? Let's have a look. No, she's not in here. I don't think. But we should try to do that. We should try to seduce somebody and get her to marry us. I think these two little adventures are where we're gonna keep it for now. The boat is returning from Castle Black. Dunk has performed admirably on this contract. There's a bunch of other contracts waiting for us in the future. And the end goal, of course, is to get a mercenary band going and see if we can maybe even get some land somewhere and become a landed knight. That's, I think, the purpose. And, of course, also another purpose is to train Aegon up to be a nice, humble knight. That's another goal of this campaign. Hope you guys are enjoying this. It's kind of different from a regular CK2 series. It's more kind of like a Mountain Blade series, right? It's quite fun, I feel. Yeah. So these are the adventures of Dunk and Egg. Dunk is gonna say goodbye to you now, as is Egg and his friend Elric the Wolf Boy, and of course John the Brave, our buddy, our strong arbitrary knight, our Maester Joffrey, our second in command Mern Stewart, the inquisitive greedy man, and everybody else in our camp. We have 179 gold. We will see what we can upgrade with that in the next episode, and we will find more work, and hopefully we can find some good martial contracts, because that's what we really excel at. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this series so far. Like I said, it's been a bit different from what I usually do, but I felt like giving Rose to Power another go in sort of a more role-play sense, rather than the chaos of the recent multiplayer series. So I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I have, and thank you very, very much for watching. And check out some of the other series on the channel if this is your first time. Well, I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.